What do you think of video about climate change, given that you're on the right of all of this?
Well, he believes in it.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay, now the
you don't believe it?
okay.
Oh, you don't believe it?
Oh no.
No, I don't believe. I don't agree with the way that mainstream left has portrayed it. Like it's the end of the world. They have been saying the end of the world for the last 50, 60 years, or even longer if you go back in history. I do believe climate change, but global warming, the way they're saying it, and Greta Thunberg, they're I'm not going to say, right?
Oh my God.
Greta Thunberg, go back to school. How about you pick up a geography book before you start chatting crap? Okay,
What are you talking about?
Greta Thunberg, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Okay.
Wait.
That, by the way, he's not literally coming for it. It means like he's going to be making videos.
Yes.
Metaphorically speaking,
I'm
yes.
coming
Wait,
for you.
yeah, right. Be careful, guys. This is not a threat. This is a joke. Okay, we're not actually threatening anyone.
No. But what do you mean? Like, I mean, climate change is happening. Yeah, majority of the scientists believe it to be true. Good. It is happening, and they can they can create models, and then they can predict it. That okay, it's rising at a certain rate.
Mother effers have been predicting bollocks for the last.
Like what,
bro? People are still buying real estate on the coast. And the value is increasing. You think people that are buying these real estate guys, I'll be like, oh, this coast won't be here in 2 years' time, but I'm going to buy a house worth 5 million quid.
Yeah, because there are idiots there too who don't believe in climate change.
No, but even if they have like stupid beliefs, at the end of the day,
how do you know? How do you know that? Have you surveyed every person who said that? Oh, like I'm buying it, and then like, oh, I do believe in climate change. No, obviously the person who's buying it is probably, and obviously it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen in 20 years' time. Most investment planning that we make, we try to make. We can't give you a date, but
50 years time.
Wait, yeah, bring your microphone back. Your microphone.
I'm saying it's a moving target. This is what I'm saying. Like these, like these Christian doomsday guys. Oh, the year 2000
like
in the world.
Doomsday. Oh, come
like,
on, Vidu.
Oh, no. We meant like in like 20 years time.
Vidu,
and then when that comes,
no.
I mean. It's the moving target.
There are so many variables. There's so many variables at play. Give me a commonsensical argument, okay? I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, and neither are you. But I want to ask you. I want to ask you a question. All I know is that
Greta Thunberg.
Screw Greta Thunberg. Screw her. But I'm talking to you. We can, if we believe what scientists tell us about everything else, why can we not believe in scientists when it comes to this?
I don't have an issue with scientists saying the climate is changing. I'm not denying climate change.
Do you think it's man-made? Do you think humans have an influence on climate?
Human beings are part of the bloody ecosystem. Of course, whatever we do influences the ecosystem. I'm not saying no.
So what's the problem here? So what's the problem?
I just want to have a run. Why can't I just go off on? Listen, all I'm saying, I don't agree with the political solutions. Okay. So
let it go. Business as usual. Let it go. Just keep putting carbon in the atmosphere.
You know this whole green, all this kind of crap, right? Here we go. Look at that comment. Obama bought a property at a place that will be destroyed by global warming. This man, right? So he's not stupid. He's not stupid.
No. Yeah, but Obama's going to live for 50 years, 100 more years.
Well, that's your argument. So you're saying I'm going to buy a house that will be drowned out in 10 years' time?
Hang on a second. Armin can add into it. When people or business decision, when they make this business decision, they want a quick buck, as in the shortest manner possible. So is the property? No, he's buying it. Yeah, he's buying it, but there could be other reasons as well that could actually boost the value in next 10 years, rather than it's going to devalue everything or inundate the whole area in 60 years' time. So there's so many other factors at play. But again, having said that, that doesn't mean so. So why don't you just say it? Why don't you just say that? Okay, the Earth is not heating up. There's not going to be a rise in sea temperature, sea level. Why don't you say that?
Okay, so let's what's it called? Go back to the political solutions, because this is where you really see the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
They want US, especially the Western countries, not bearing in mind they don't talk about India, they don't talk about China, they don't talk about Brazil, right? They don't talk about any of it. They want the US, UK, these Western countries to cut back on manufacturing or production. Like you have these crazy activists who start saying, "Oh, we're all capitalist, crazy, consumerist nonsense," right? What they don't realize is that it's these countries, the first world or developed countries, whatever you want to call them, that are developing the green technology because they are now no longer starving the way they were 200 years ago. They have the luxury that they to afford to invest in higher, more sustainable, ecologically friendly technology. Countries that are like India, China, they are maybe not so much now, but in the last 50 years, they are less economically developed. They don't care about green because guess what? They just don't want to be poor. So they will use the cheapest and most available energy sources to burn to climb the ladder, right? And when they reach a certain level of affluence, guess what? They'll be doing green technology as well. But what you don't understand is you don't get to do green technology unless you go through the burning coal and burning the most cheapest source of energy. This is the way of the world. What was this country doing? What was this country UK during the Industrial Revolution? The same thing. Now we don't have to do that because
Let me show you something.
that point.
So this is
What I'm saying is, by the way, these people, I'm not joking, are anti-human.
Okay, so
these guys are anti-human.
Guys, so this is what I'm going to show you. So this is the time when we actually bring in some stats. Good old fact slapping, right? So China is
I don't believe in stats. I don't believe in stats unless they agree with me, but go on.
Yeah, so China has made more. China's investing more heavily into clean energy than any other country. 84 billion, 55 billion by US, 16 billion Japan, India 9.3 billion. India. So these third world countries who used to say that, hey, hang on a second, you guys put all this carbon in the atmosphere, and now you're asking when it's our turn to make money or get prosperous, now you're telling us not to do it. But they also are on board. They're also investing money. So they're also doing, so this is a myth. Look at this. Australia is the worst country per capita. But okay, we're there. We're still pretty bad. But look at this. Look at this, 5.3 billion.
Bro,
you're smaller than Australia. So why do you? So when you say that, they're going to take away the manufacturing jobs and blah blah blah, you don't have manufacturing jobs and there's so many other reasons for that. Because labor is so expensive. No, because
firstly, it was service based, and those countries are manufacturing.
Yes.
So why would we need to invest that much money into thinking?
Because you're producing electricity. It's about producing electricity. Yeah. So if you're producing electricity.
US, that's China, the three biggest populations.
Yeah, they're there. They're doing their bit. Everyone has to do their bit. Yeah. I'm saying China's doing more than anyone else.
Because they're the ones that produce the most.
Australia's population is far less than the UK, but look, we're investing more money than you guys. So I don't know what you.
Yeah, but it's hotter in Australia.
We do. The investment in green technology has made the cost of it nosedive. Like it has been paid off.
Yes.
Like if we keep investing like this, the price of it, the cost of it will keep nosediving until a point where it will become very efficient. It will literally save the world. The investment in green technology.
Okay.
No, but
that's fine.
Here's the thing: you keep I think you're consuming a lot of right wing media. Okay,
because that's my job, isn't it? I'm on the right wing.
Yeah, I know, but the point is that you are correct. There are a lot of crazy predictions, okay, but not by the scientists. You keep saying Al Gore or other people, okay, but the scientists, okay, are not the people that are coming up with like crazy hyperbolic.
So give me a scientific prediction.
So what we know, okay, based on all the models, is that there will be mass suffering, hunger, starvation, and devastation. It's not going to be the end of. Hold on. No, it's not going to be the end of the world, okay? But it will cause a lot of suffering, especially in poor countries. A lot of suffering. Okay. And investment in green technology would reduce that. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. So you know Steven Pinker, right? I think you've even interviewed him.
Yeah.
And he's saying that we are now in the most
best of times. Yes.
Yeah,
right.
We are
okay. So then what are you talking about?
Okay, we do. We will still be in the best of times. We will let me address this. We will still be in the best of times if tomorrow, okay, you kill 2 million people. Okay? If you kill 20 million people, we are so much in the best of times that if tomorrow a ruler decided to just mass execute 20 million people, we will still be in the best of times. Okay?
So that's quite a good buffer.
Yeah, but we should avoid. but if we could,
Okay.
But but if you could predict that, I mean,
That's pretty good
20 million
buffer.
it's a pretty good buffer, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
you should let 20
Not if
million
you're
people
one of
be
those
executed.
65 million people. Yeah.
Yeah, of
no,
course,
but
of course.
if-
No, I
if
understand.
we could-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm playing with you, but no,
No,
I
but-
understand. I'm not saying we shouldn't. By the way, I'm pro green technology. If you have a green option, as opposed to no, I'm pro green. I'm just not pro. It's the end of the world, and
How are we going to do it then? But how are we going to do it then? If you,
Well,
if you,
we
if
don't
you
do it by
believe,
lying about the end of the world. How about that?
no, all the coastal
It's the end of
cities
the world.
will be
everything's the end of the
inundated.
world, and then it's like, oh, actually, no. We meant
End of
20
the
years
world.
from now.
It's not end of the world like like a giant meteor is going to crash into the earth and the whole planet will be engulfed in flames. It's not that end of the world, but I don't know what's the percentage of all the coastal cities. Bangladesh would be underwater. All the coastal cities in India and Pakistan and Netherlands will be underwater. Coastal cities of the United States will be underwater. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. Surely we should be able to do something. We just cannot not do anything. We still got to do something. Like here's another analogy. Let me give you another analogy. Well, if we see that there is a mountain, like an asteroid 3 kilometers wide is hurtling towards Earth, and we go, oh, we don't have enough advanced warning, so we can't really deflect it. But if we try to nuke it, then we might have multiple, pieces falling onto the onto Earth. Then what should we do? So we're still gonna do something. We're not just gonna say, you know what, let it hit. People will still try to do something because you always have to do something. And there is a possible. I mean, it's not foolproof. It's not. Scientists don't know when it's going to happen and whether that would be even. Some people say we've already gone past the point of no return. But we've got to do something.
Also, another thing is that there are a few things like that could be as this devastating, even though it's not going to be the end of the world. Like
literally
I'm not saying it's not going to be the end of but still, among all the things that could be devastating to us right now, this is one of the worst. So I'd rather we if we are, because we're never going to be able to predict this exactly right. Okay. But the cost of guessing it a little bit less than it's going to be is worse than the cost of us overdoing it. Like,
no, I'd
rather overdo it than underdo it.
Yeah, exactly. I understand that. I understand. But so can you tell me what the major cause of this is?
We're putting carbon.
Cow farts.
Carbon emission.
What do you mean? Yeah, cow farts.
Are you
greenhouse gases?
Yeah.
Okay, and how do we get rid of that?
Well, we need to reduce
green technology. Switching to green technology.
That's an investment. I'm saying, do you agree with the people when they say we should reduce consumption, manufacturing, reduce our lifestyle, reduce this, reduce that? Do you agree with that, or are you like?
No, I do see the arguments that reducing economic development will makes us go through green technology slower. Okay, I do see that argument. Some scientists have suggested that, not just like average people. So anything that slows down the economy, I'm skeptical about the benefits of that, because it might actually keep the country on fossil fuel longer. Okay, exactly. because it will stay poorer, they will stay on fossil fuel longer. I don't know about slowing down anything. I just agree with speeding up, switching to green technology. That's what I want.
This is what this is what the map of the world's map's going to look like if all the ice at the poles melted. Look at this. There's no Bangladesh. Look at Pakistan. The western part of India is gone. Look at Europe. Half your already tiny island that's gone. Netherlands gone. Look at half the Brazil is gone. The United States. Look at that. The whole of Florida is gone. That's just going to happen. There's no two ways about it. And this is
when?
Okay, 2100. Okay, let's just go with the most.
No. That's what I'm saying. I can give you a map and say this is gone, and you say when. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It'll be gone. Well, when?
So hang on. So
when? This is what I'm saying. It's just like when.
What difference?
I don't know.
Okay. No.
Well, I'm just asking for a date.
Within 80 years. Within the next 80 years. What difference does it make?
Where did you get that number from? Please tell me.
I don't know. But does this matter? We don't. I mean, I don't really know.
Yes, it does. If I said we're going to lose the coast in 1,000 years, is that a problem? No.
1,000 years.
Okay, I don't know. Okay.
That's a problem.
Okay, 1,000 years.
Within a couple of, what I know is that there's going to
This
be
is the problem.
devastating
By the end of the
costs.
century.
Everyone's just
Vidu.
saying it's coming, like the second coming of Christ, but no one's got a date.
No, we do have
unlike second coming of
No.
Christ, we have actual evidence.
Please show me the date. I'll put it in my diary. Okay.
So it has to be
It's
the
not an
date.
exact.
bucket.
It's not an
work
exact
that way.
date, but
It
it
doesn't work that
is.
way.
Give me the decade.
We've told you that the full polar ice could melt by the end of the century. What are you going to do then?
Again, this is just hairy.
So hang on. So you're saying if it happens in 2130, then you're like, oh yeah, okay, these scientists got it wrong by 30 years. Or if it happens by 2070, oh man, you didn't tell me. I would have done it had you told me 2070 instead of 2100. What difference does it make? 2070 or 2100 or 2130?
Okay,
It's
if
still
you give me a
within
window,
our-
I'm okay with the window.
It's
If you
not-
say
told you by
the
2100.
window
By
is like
2100.
the windows are like less than 100 years. Okay, so it's not an
That's not
exact
100 years,
thing,
That's right.
but it's not 1,000 years. Okay, so we
Yeah.
don't
so
know
that's not
exactly
the end of the
when.
world. 100 years. Time.
It's
To
the end
do
of the world
some
for these
posts.
people.
That's not the end of the world.
No, it's not the end. No, I agree. It's not the end of the world, but it's devastating.
Okay.
It's
It
devastating.
is devastating,
It's
but then we have
almost the
time
end
to
of the
do something
world.
about it.
It is almost the end of the world as we know it. Because you fuckers could not handle a freaking pandemic with some lockdowns. Imagine all your ports are gone. Imagine all your cities are gone.
We have more
Imagine
ports.
all your
There's more
houses are
coastline.
gone. Huh?
Harris, I don't think
So-
I don't think framing it as end of the world might make less people.
No.
Because we had a plague that like wiped away half of Europe, and
No,
civilization still survived. So
Let me
Yeah,
put it
it's
into
not-
perspective. Let me put it into
but that's
perspective.
devastating.
Let me put it into perspective.
Genghis
Let me
Khan
put it-
was more end of the world than this.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
Let me put it into perspective.
Genghis Khan.
Okay. Let me put it into perspective. We can't even handle a pandemic. I mean, when the government tells you, like, we have these protests, we have this, like, oh, everyone's coming to take over. Oh, this is a grand conspiracy. This is a grand plan. Imagine what are you going to do when all the ports are gone? You know, all our ports are on our coastal cities. Those ports are gone. How are you going to ship stuff? How are you going to do trade? How are you going to do?
Well, there'll be more
Life
boats.
life as we know it would be absolutely fucked as we know it. You will have no freaking jobs. Oh, let me build fucking some manufacturing
Work from
jobs. Let me
home.
bring
Work from
Let me
home.
give you predict.
Yeah, right.
I will give you some
From
prediction. I will give you, and I will read you the source as well. Okay, by 2100, 50% to 75% of the global population may face climate conditions that are life-threatening due to combined effects of extreme heat and humidity. Climate change is affecting food security as caused reduction in global yields of maize, wheat, and soybeans So basically, that's how it's not just about shorelines. It's about the devastation to food supply that is going to be devastating.
Catastrophe is only 6 miles away. How are you gonna? Russia of all countries.
I give you a date.
Russia allowed Ukraine to keep shipping wheat because we knew that there would be global shortage of wheat if Russia doesn't allow it. That's only one tiny country, Ukraine. Okay, now imagine like we are so connected to each other. Everything could be fucked. There'd be famine, people dying, killing each other. You can't find bread. Did you watch that video? No, you went there. I played a video in Pakistan, this Pakistani flood. There were two men. They were fighting over a sack of grain. And the guy and they're trying to snatch it off each other. And the guy who lost, he was crying, a fully grown man crying like a little boy, and it was gut wrenching. And all the people were around. That's only one person. And obviously that was those were pretty devastating floods in Pakistan. But now imagine that happening all over the world at that time. And I just don't understand why people can't. Yeah, you and I won't be around. Probably my kids would be okay, but their kids will be screwed. And actually, our kids would actually be very old at that point. They'd be the first ones to go. Maybe that's how they're going to go. Like, can I have a piece of bread?
They might even not go. They might just have really much more devastating lives, living in much harder conditions, even if they not go. If they lived in first world countries, they might be not dying, but living lower standards lives. But the people then in, I don't know, Iran, Syria, in Africa, in Bangladesh, in India, they might be the ones who are actually dying from starvation.
No, I mean, even in the first world countries, you can't do anything when the number reaches in millions, refugees in millions. Where these people are going to go? They're going to go
giving
inland.
you the best. I'm giving you the best case scenario.
No, they don't need the best case scenario. They need the worst case scenario to understand that, because these people think, oh well, so what? So your beach house is going, just move inland a little bit. That's it. Problem solved. Yeah, move in. What I just gave you one major example. All your
there'll be more fish in the sea.
Yeah. we do. Like me and Harris don't have kids, and we're worried
what's
about.
so funny about that? There's more fish.
Yeah, there's more
fishermen. That'll be a new
No, there's not more fish. There's not more fish. The changing conditions will mean that changing temperature, the change of temperatures in water will mean like the levels of oxygen is going to be different. The level of sunlight reaching the different parts of the ocean, their food supply of the fish is going to change as well. More fish will die. More water doesn't mean more fish.
So can you okay, other than investing in green technology, can you actually give me some actual solutions? Other than saying
that is the only solution,
can you actually give me some solutions?
Unfortunately, that's the only solution.
Green technology, especially nuclear. Nuclear is the solution.
Okay, nuclear solution, green
But
technology.
it's dangerous.
What other economic policies could we do to make sure that we are prepared?
That's really the only
working from home. Working from home is good. Working from home is good because we actually. Yeah. Because we actually reduce the footprint. Like, I mean, we don't need more. We don't need as many trains.
Increase efficiency. Increase efficiency
could you break that down? What does that mean? Increase efficiency.
Like you guys just gave so when I was working in a private equity, I saw like if you break down the cheapest source of energy, okay, after fossil fuel is not green technology. It's basically technology that goes into reducing waste. Right. So if you make the machine, if you invest in technology that makes the already existing engines or electronics less wasteful and more efficient when it comes to changing the energy into the whatever it's supposed to do,
recyclable, less plastic, like all the usual stuff.
And that doesn't slow down the economy either. That actually speeds up economy. If you spend more technology that reduces waste, not only it doesn't slow us down, it actually speeds up the economy as well.
Tesla. What do you think about Tesla, Elon Musk?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, he's making literally green cars, right?
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
So
what do you think? Yeah, these are good.
Yeah, it's good. Exactly. So we need more. So we need more capitalism.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I agree with that. Capitalism will save us.
And would you say that usually when the government intervenes, for the economy, which is tied to whether or not how quickly
capitalism doesn't mean the government not intervening. Capitalism really requires government intervention. We always have regulations. We have SEC. Okay. We're watching inside trade, and the government is always watching. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, the government could sometimes come in and speed something up because capitalism has a weakness. It doesn't see positive externalities, right? So the market is blind to people who are affected by trades that are not involved in the trade, right? So the government role in capitalism is to come and subsidize and speed up the parts of the trade.
Can you give me an example of that? Sorry, when you said that the positive externality is not.
So, for example, the market only sees there's two sides of a trade, right? So the understanding is that if me and you go into a trade, okay, both of us are coming out of this trade positively because, or else we wouldn't enter the trade, right? So the more trade, the more well-being will happen. So the government, like if that was the case, the government would say up more trade means the society, everything will keep getting better because every time the trade will make both sides better off. Okay. However, the issue is that when me and you trade, maybe we are better off. Okay, but maybe like Harris is being affected by the trade between me and you, and the market. So he's an I will explain. He's an externality, and the market is blind to Harris because he's not in the trade, right? He could be positively impacted by it or negatively, right? So, for example, if me and your trade, like let's say you're the teacher and I'm a student, and you're teaching me, it's not just me and you who's benefiting. Harris is also going to benefit for increased education in society. Harris is also benefiting that, and the market is not seeing that positive effect. Or like if me and your trade is causing pollution. Harris is not in this trade, but he's being affected negatively from this trade, and the market does not see that, right? So there's positive externalities or negative externalities, and the role of the government is to come and increase the trade of me and you if there's a positive externalities beyond what the market would allow, and reduce the trade between me and you if there's negative externalities if the market is blind to that externality. And this is actually capitalism. This is not like This is like what I'm telling you is what
yeah.
capitalism teaches. It's not like anti-capitalist idea.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there
That's
you
fine.
go.
Yeah. That's
There
for
you go.
some.
Okay.
We
Now
don't
you believe
disagree.
it. Now you're good.
No,
So we-
I've
wait,
always
wait,
been.
wait.
I said from the beginning. I
You've
have
changed
said
it.
climate
You've
change
changed.
is real. I just don't.
You've shown a lot
You
of
can rewind
character.
this if you want.
You've shown a
You
lot
can
of
rewind
character
this. You can
today.
rewind this. I said I
I'm
believe.
so proud of your growth. You have shown a
I
lot of
haven't.
character today.
Mate, I said from the
Guys, this is
beginning.
what we can be right. We can be
Armin,
wrong.
I
We're
said
wrong,
from the
we're-
beginning.
You had
I don't think the world is
you're-
ending.
okay.
I don't
Okay,
think the
okay.
world is ending. I
Okay.
stick to that. It's
No,
not the
no,
end of the world. He's not even close to the end of the world. We have a 20 million people buffer, for God's sake.
If this was actually,
That's your stats.
Okay.
there would be. I cannot.
That was an
20 million
example.
people buffer.
No, that was an example, first of all. Okay, but that's like we don't want that. What are you talking about? We're not like,
Well, let's
hey,
just first see what happens.
okay, let's see. What you're saying is like if I saved you from like a jail that you were being tortured every day, okay, and now you're free, and now like, and I come and hit you in the hand with the hammer, and you're like, what, hey man, what are you doing? You're like, hey, you were
You're
worse.
better than being in prison.
You're better.
Getting voted.
I have a buffer. I have a huge buffer. You're still around.
I have a buffer of dropping a soap bar in the prison.
Like, what are you talking?
That would be
I
the
haven't
absolute
changed my
worst.
position. I think that I'll be honest with
Okay,
you.
we're
This
good.
is what really annoys me about the whole conversation. And this is, I agree that people like yourself aren't on the extreme left. But the extreme left,
I'm in the middle. I'm in the center.
you are, but you do have a very lefty sort of, Jono, let's not get into that. But all I'm saying is, people who are the mainstream, and they are minority, but unfortunately, it's always the minorities that are, for some reason, the most vocal, because they're probably the most extreme, that they view human beings as the cancer, as the virus, as the pollutant, as the main source.
That's your
You can roll your eyes. You can order. You see, in this country, they were literally
Okay.
blocking roads.
Okay, yeah. but
Motorways.
Those are idiots. Okay, forget about them. They're Wokistanis or idiots or like the people who throw freaking paint and on
Yeah,
paintings. Screw
what's
them.
that about?
Yeah. No, hang on. So why do you have to match yourself with them?
Because that's where the fun is.
No. So that's what it is. That's what the fun is.
Otherwise, what's
But
the point of
real-
having a rigorous
but the
debate about
reality-
minutia of like,
But
no, it's
but the reality-
2021. No, it's
do
2022.
you think Brian Cox? Do you think Brian Cox, Neil deGrasse Tyson? You reckon these guys who actually genuinely
These
know,
guys,
understand these? Hang on, they understand these climate models and they
one's an
explain to you
astrophysicist.
the
I don't know
best-
what he's talking about.
No, but they understand. I'm sure he has probably better understanding of reading a scientific journal than you and I do.
I don't
Okay,
think
let's
so.
just
Anyway.
let's just. Oh, right. Okay. Well, Imran Khan. Yeah, there's a mini Imran Khan right here.
Imran Khan.
So hang on. I actually want to share this survey with you.
After this, we need to move on to the next question.
Yeah, very, very quickly. I want to show this major gaps. You've unfortunately fall under this common man problem. U.S. adults, 50% of the U.S. population believe that the Earth is getting warmer because of human activity, but 87% of AAAS scientists believe that it is getting warmer due. Not 87% scientists or 50% ordinary people. Sorry, I'm going there. Okay, you have to give respect. So you've already said that you accept that this is happening. You could be unhappy about how it is being done and how that's affecting your life, increased carbon tax or whatever. But even though it actually hasn't made that much of a difference, but you could be unhappy about that. But at least we can understand the Earth is getting warmer. Our world, a lot of people, our next generation is going to suffer extremely. And then we need to do something about it. We can't just keep farting away. We can't just keep
agree with you with the
heating
solutions.
up the
We've gone
Earth.
through the solutions. Every single one I've agreed with.
Yeah, but it
At least
doesn't.
have a-
But it's not going to happen for free. So we're going to have to force the government to invest more into cleaner energy. That's the cost. That's the cost we have to pay. So what do you have to pay 20 cents extra on your freaking dollar or 10 cents extra? No, it's actually that.
Elon
too
Musk
much.
did it without
Probably-
any government intervention.
Sorry. Yeah, but that's
Bull crap! Bull
he
crap!
would've
Elon
done
Musk's government got so many subsidies from the government.
He paid
Elon
it
Musk
back.
wouldn't-
Paid it back quickly. He paid it
Yeah,
back.
but
It was not a free
yeah,
subsidy.
but he
It was
wouldn't
not, it
be
was a
able
loan.
to have
It
started.
was a loan.
He wouldn't, yes, but he wouldn't have government loan much more preferable than like with much preferable interest rates than whatever you got in from a private equity or a bank. Okay, Elon Musk would have gone bankrupt 10 times over if he didn't get government support.
It was a loan. It wasn't a subsidy.
Yeah, but it's a support. It's a support.
You
It's
can support them
government
through loans. Fine.
Yeah, okay, but it's government involvement in making sure a loan is an investment. So it's a government investment.
Sure.
So without government involvement, stuff like Elon Musk's, cars wouldn't have even picked up the ground. So you need government partnership in this.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, good.
So
That's what I'm saying.
So good.
But it's not the end of the
Good.
world. That's what I'm saying. And Greta Thunberg still sucks.
Yeah, okay, sure.
It doesn't
sure.
matter.
Whatever,
Harris,
however,
that's
yeah,
good
sure,
enough.
sure.
That's good enough.
Okay,
We're
okay,
good.
That's
good
good enough.
enough.
That's it. Alhamdulillah.
That's good.
He's
Yeah,
happy with the
alhamdulillah.
investing in clean energy. That's good. He's happy with it. That's good.
I'm not against that.
Good.
It's you've caricatured me as some crazy gay frog, Alex Jones.
Well, you caricature all of the positions of the pro,
Yes.
pro.
Alex
taking
Jones
action
can't
on-
be
But I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Then we're allowed to poke fun at you.
Okay. Edris is saying Elon Musk is a piece of SHIT for tanking train infrastructure project. Oh yeah, actually I heard about that. Yeah. To have your questions answered on the next live stream, become my patron today. You can do so with as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below.